Some hearts.
What's up? We're back with another Go session. Today we are going to be watching some Go Dora. We fucking love Go Dora here. Also known as Go Magic on YouTube. But we call it Go Dora. And Go Dora is the shit. Let's get right to it.
Does endgame begin? With opening, it's very easy to answer this question. Well, it starts with the very first move. But with endgame, in some games it starts at move 50. Some other games, it can start 100 moves after that. I like to think of endgame as a safe harbor where you can
Hello,
head
James.
for
Welcome to the stream.
after a long and tumultuous sailing in the middle game. And typically when a player feels that he's ahead in the game, he can start going in that direction to keep the game calm and simple. And if you feel like you're winning the game right now, well, hallelujah, you can start playing endgame right away. And if you're thinking that all of this sounds a little far-fetched and hard to believe, take a look at this example right here. Suppose that you're playing black here, and you have a choice between playing A and capturing these 5 white stones, and playing B and saving a single black stone on the second line. And you just know it's a trick question, but your eyes are lying to you. And if right now you want to capture these 5 white stones, then you're not alone. And this is indeed a very big move. It's worth 15 points. But you know what the crazy thing is? Is that saving this single black stone is actually worth 17. So in the game, a correct decision here would be to save this stone because it's a bigger move to play and let white save these 5 stones. But of course, there's a lot of complex math and calculations behind this. And if we want to understand how and why it works like this, we'll gradually get to this, but let's do some simple math first. Once again, it's black's turn here, and black can capture these 3 stones, or black can save these 2. And you remember that capturing a stone is actually worth double. So if you want to find out how much it is worth in points, you need to multiply it by 2. So capturing 3 stones is worth 6 points, and saving these 2 is worth 4 points. 6 is better than 4, so black captures these 3 first.
We love
And
Go
if it
Dora.
was white's turn here, the value would still remain the same. And the best move for white would still be to save these 3 stones right now. And now let's modify this position just a little bit. It's still black's turn, but now it's 2 stones and 2 stones. So which one will you choose? Even though it seems like they're both worth the same, but that's not the case, because there's 1 extra point here, which means that if black captures these stones, then black also gets this point, which means 4 points here and 1 extra point. That is 5 points. And this one is still worth 4. So this is a better move to play. Now let's take it 1 tiny step further. This move for black. Black can capture these 2 stones.
Happening in the server? What do you mean? Nobody is online right now. Yeah. Not a lot is happening. I'm kind of like choosing my next moves carefully, basically.
How much do you think this is worth? If you think that it's worth 4 or even 5 points, then remember that we have to pay attention to every single detail.
Dude, you didn't even let me fucking look at it. God damn.
So, when black takes these stones, that's 4 points, right? But let's see once again. If white saves them first, then white also gets this point. And if black captures, then this point is gone. So that is 5 points right there, 4 points here, and 1 extra point. But how about this one? When white connects here, is this a point for black? Not really, because after white plays here, this is Atari and black will have to connect. So this point is gone, which means that when black captures these stones, he gets 4 points here, 1 extra point here, and 1 extra point here. So this move is worth 6 points. But of course, in a real game, it's not just the value of 1 single move that matters, or it's not just a choice between 2 moves, but it's always a sequence of moves that you have to keep in mind. So let's say we have these 3 moves that are left to play on the board. which one do we want to play first?
This move would be worth 4. Five points, possibly 7 points if these stones are in Atari if he doesn't do that. So let's say white plays here and black. No, yeah, black has 2 eyes, so this move is worth 5 points. This move, dink, is worth 4 points. But if white plays there, no, yeah, if black plays here, this territory is still mutual. So this is worth 4 points. 5, 4. This is worth, if black plays here, he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Yeah, so black should play in the bottom left.
This one, we remember, it's worth 6 points. This one is just saving or capturing these 2 stones, so that's 4. And here we have 2 stones and 1 extra point, so that's 5 points. 6, 5, 4. And this is the order in which you want to play this in a game. So in the perfect scenario, black would take these 2 stones, white would save these 2, and black would save these 2. So black gets 6 and 4, 10 points, and white gets 5. 10 versus 5. But if black messes up the order in any way, black wouldn't get the same result. Let's say if black takes 5 first, then white takes 6, and black takes 4. Now black has 9, and white has 6. This is a 2-point difference with the best result. And I know 2 points doesn't sound like much, but if you ever lost the game by half a point or by 1.5 points, then you know what I'm talking about here.
This marks the potential start of the Third World War.
Was that the end of the video?
We'll soon be hit with a silent, untraceable attack.
So far, we've been looking at endgame situations which involved capturing stones.
Oh, I hate first line counting.
Now let's look at
Fuck
a different
this shit.
example where no stones are captured.
I need to watch this.
And let's
It is
calculate
important that
the
I watch
value
this
of
carefully.
move here. Black and white are down to the first line here, and now it's finally time to settle the border. So when black plays here, how much is this move worth? When white responds here and black connects, white lost this point here. So this move is worth 1 point? Well, not exactly. Because if we imagine that white plays here first, and now Atari, and white connects, now black lost this point. So actually, it's all about these 2 points here. If black plays first, white loses one of them. And if white plays first, then black loses one of them. And we need to take both of these possibilities for black and for white and to add them up. And it doesn't matter who plays here first, black or white, but this move here is going to be worth 2 points. And if all of these examples seem a little too basic, let's spice it up a little. So how about this move on the first line for black? It seems like white has the same shape here, so is it still worth 2 points? But black's shape is different, so in this situation, the same move is worth 5 points and not 2. Boom! That is insane, right?
Boom.
And we'll explain why that is later in this course.
What?
By the way.
Oh my god, that was so rude. So rude. Oh, are we getting like 6 ads again?
Keys according to the first moves, and we're going to start with this one. A 3-3 point, or Sansan as they call it in Japanese. Sansan is probably the safest move you can ever play in the opening, and if you are trying to play a simple game, then this is maybe your best bet. When I think of Sansan, I imagine a merchant who knows he can travel to faraway lands somewhere out there he can purchase some exotic goods and he can bring them back home and sell them at very attractive prices. But he doesn't actually venture in go out into this tempestuous ocean. As we approach the corner,
frequent P-o'clock trips.
Oh my god. The ads on YouTube are killing me.
Usually do that at a distance of 1 space only. And yet, with Sun, my suggestion is 2 spaces. Because we think of Sun as not just a cornerstone, but it's so strong and close to the corner that we think of it as thickness. And there's a very important principle in Go that says that we need to stay away from thickness. But hey, let me just show you a quick example here. Take a look at this position right here. In the upper right, black has some territory, and white has a huge wall. It's just oozing strength and influence. Black has a single stone in this corner. Now it's black's turn, and black needs to choose an extension from this corner. If you had to play this extension right now, where would you play? How far would you go? And the correct answer is that we can't go too far. When you see this kind of wall, this sort of strength, you can't think that, oh, I'm going to demolish it and just play somewhere here. Once you play so far away, so close to the wall, white is never going to defend like this. Definitely white will invade here, separate your stones, and now this stone will get under attack. So the correct answer would be to play something very modest, something like this. It's a corner enclosure, and at the same time, it mildly reduces the power of the wall. In the same way, if it's white's turn here, so it makes more sense to approach from here and not from the other side. Otherwise, black has a stone there, and it might help black to attack this white stone. So I'm not saying that this is impossible. I'm just saying that this makes more sense, and it's probably easier for white to create something, some territory. So probably black is going to connect like this. And now this wonderful shape that connects all of white stones together. Black probably wants to respond to this. Otherwise, white will play this and get the entire corner. So typically before AI, black would play like this, get the corner. And now these 2 stones are a great exchange for white. White gets them for free and plays something like this.
I already know most of this, and it is quite boring, I will acknowledge that.
What if it happens here? And we're not
but I need to improve at this game, and I'm kind of sick of just bashing my head into the wall. Like with chess, you can just play over and over, and you will get better. And you can just do puzzles like in between, and you'll get like significantly better because chess is so much more simple than Go. But with Go, when I play a game and I lose, there are so many moves that I played in the game that were wrong that I need to do better with. So, like, it is impossible, especially if I don't have access to like a Go engine, which I currently don't. It is impossible for me to get significantly better by playing games against people who slaughter me every fucking time. Or I wipe the table with them and I don't even know why. You know, like I need to learn. So this is desperate learning material. Go Dora is really desperate learning material, but it is learning material and I am getting better. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Use black's potential of the corner.
And we only have a few more videos lined up before we play.
Just play like
I'm putting
this,
it off
cover
because
the corner, lean on it as much
it's been a while
as
since I played and I feel like I'm going to suck.
Black would have to live here, push. Now we just jump lightly, very lightly jump, make a
He really likes this fucking shape. I've never seen it before. But if you play in the middle here, it opens to this double tiger's mouth. Otherwise, it's kind of this, as Hikaru would say, fucking 90-degree right triangle. Great geometric shape. It's kind of empty, though.
Here, black will probably push once again, building territory.
Yeah, I'm done with this video. Okay. I looked that up. Nothing came up. The OGS is glitching, and it has this game up for me for some reason. I don't know why. This is a game against somebody online. He's trying to capture there. If I play here, these stones are in Atari. I can cut here. Let's try that. This is a game against my friend, Jimothy. Why would it pause the ad? Fucking Christ. How people do watch parties on YouTube, I will never know. What? What is happening? Wild.
Players, and this video is really
okay. This is one of the most slappable motherfuckers on the internet. I hope he never ever has to hear me say that, because he's genuinely like such a kind person and his videos are really good. But man, like when you look up the definition of like, I don't know, I just can't. I can't.
for two different types of people. Number one,
I really don't like the way he
kind of a
talks.
beginner, and you
That's
don't know
just
what you're
that's
doing,
just how it
and
is.
you would like some basic patterns to start out with in a game of Go. The second type of person this video is for is really those of you who do a lot of teaching to beginners, and which Josekis should you show them? And that's why I'm bringing you this top 5 list of where you start. Now, this all comes with a giant caveat, because in general, do not teach beginners Joseki. Like, if you are beginner Joseki approaches here, and especially when you teach beginners, instead of teaching patterns, teach concepts. And the basic concept that we're going to start with here is when your opponent approaches you on one side, this is your opponent saying, I want this, I want to make this important. You don't have to fight them. You can agree. You can say, you know what, you get that, I'm going to get something even bigger, and go on. White is going to attach. And again, this attachment, man, beginners and attachments, we could go down some deep, dark rabbit holes here, but we're not going to. We're going to stay on track and just focus on the pattern. Here, Atari, here, and I'm going to simplify this with this move, although, of course, a lot of people play this now. I'm going to play this, and next move for black is a choice, and I'm going to say you have this choice or you have this choice. And sometimes you have this choice or this choice, but we're not going to talk about those. Really, it's this choice or this choice. And let's get out some letters. And I'm going to actually end the Joseki here. I know that's a little bit premature, but it is true. Like after this point, we get into so many choices that it really depends on the board position. You know, does white want to push up here? Does white want to jump out here? Does white want a tanuki? And the same thing here after this exchange. You know, this is probably the most settled version of everything, where both players are pretty comfortable tanukiing. But really, basically, if you're teaching a beginner, this is as far as you need to really get them, up till about here, to understand this position. So great. I bet you all knew that, Joseki. Is that the corner is always bigger. And so when black plays this move, this doesn't really defend the corner. Amazingly, this move actually kind of does defend the corner. And actually, even though white can invade here, black's going to get nicer compensation on the outside. But when we play here, we can't accept quite as nice compensation, and so white will get a bigger corner. The second concept is which direction to block. Well, if you played this move, that means you're emphasizing the top. That means you probably want the top. To play here is inconsistent, though it is possible. If you don't actually, as black, care which side you get, like if you have stones on both sides to develop, it is true that this move is often better, right? And you can see, I'll play the old style, that, you know, let's put a white stone somewhere over here. If black already had, you know, some sort of extension here, you can see this wall is facing a nice developmental direction. Okay, so that's number 2, is this pincer, jump in, build a wall. Oh, and yes, and then there's always the fun concept of black trying to play this way. Believe it or not, sometimes this is correct. This is actually more correct, I think, than players are taught to believe. We're taught like it's always wrong. But you can play here. It's just that you're very liable to get into trouble as black. If white, this is sort of the classic way to defeat this, is to extend and then cut. And then this fight is very good for white. Okay, but we're not here to cover that. We're just here covering the basic patterns, right? Not all the variations. You don't need to be able to answer all the variations. One of the best things about teaching beginners is that they'll have these questions for you of like, but wait, what happens if black plays here? And then you say, well, try to figure it out and make them do the.
God, he just talks. I can't. Okay, we're gonna get into it. Let's start.
Game started.
There's one of these. Equal rating, although I have gone up recently. I've just learned some 19 by 19 Joseki. Will it apply? Let's cue the music for now. Riveting. Not take great notes today, admittedly. But there was not a lot of great material. I didn't do much preparation for this stream. I was just like, oh, I'm going to go live, pull up a bunch of fucking videos. And they were all shit. I don't want to claim victory. I think I've fought this gentleman before.
You have
Okay.
won.
We go again.
Game started. Pass. Remove the dead stones. You have won.
He did get the corners, but I played so much more efficiently than him in the middle game. So that's how I won that game. Let's go for another 13 by 13. Thank you, Jimothy. Appreciate the positivity. That motherfucker already did his due diligence. He's gone. He's gone. Almond. It's a little stale. Oh my god. What is this? Cute. I have Go puzzles open somewhere.
Game started.
Oh, of course. Okay, he's curb stomping me right now. Holy shit. So this is mine. Net. Not effective. How do I punish this? Oh, shit. That was so stupid. I was on autopilot. God damn it. I could have killed that shape. But whatever. We move on. Okay, let's apply what we've learned. If I... Well, these stones are dead. There is nothing I can do to save these stones. And that's the fact of the matter. A play out here could be worth... nothing. But this would be worth 4 points.
Pass. Remove the dead stones. Black wins.
Okay, I learned something. Let's do one last 13 by 13 game before we transition to the real thing. Another stale nut. Even that guy was smurfing. Cactus Pete. I have fought him before when he was my rank.
Game started.
Hello, Zeldrim. Welcome to the stream. Have some kind of a trick play here.
Undo requested. Undo granted.
Stone is in Atari? Or did he see that that was a really bad move? Which was it? He saw that this stone was in Atari. Kind of a silly take back, if you ask me. Okay, I should reinforce there. It's undo, like UNDO. No, I still win. Okay. And that's how you calculate, folks. You click your tongue back and forth. What are you going to undo that to? Jesus. That was a weird move. City invasion. I'll respond with a steady connection. And I'll play a much better invasion over here. Get some music going. This is a little less intense of a part of the match now.
Pass. Remove the dead stones.
Ooh, kill him.
You have won.
All right, to 19 by 19 we go. That was a good victory. Good, strong victory against a much stronger opponent. I think. What was his ranking? I4 core. Oh, it was the same as mine. A much stronger opponent. Yeah, whatever, man. Shut up, Bruce. But yeah, we're steadily improving.
Game
Played
started.
3 games and won 2 of them. Okay. Let's go that. That. Approach. Kick. Kick.
Pass. 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 Remove the dead stones. Game resumed.
He doesn't play this perfectly, I win. The score was 99 to 98.5. Like, come on. Like, I'm not going to just accept that. Or, like, I'm going to just accept that. No. We keep playing. I'll see what's up. We'll find a weakness. I'm not losing by half a point to this guy. Maybe we'll flag him. Do I know Volok Pixel Frolky? Hell no, I do not. Sorry, never heard of that in my life. There's a very obvious move here, in my opinion, but I could be wrong about that. It's very fair of him to sit here and think. Yeah, his next step is quite clear. But if he doesn't play at the right point, then I think I can win. Okay, we'll play some music while we wait for him to decide. I think it's obvious where he should play in order to disconnect my two groups and win the game. Ah, he found it. Rough. Oh shit. Oh shit. Made some territory. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no, I need an undo. Man, that sucks. I could have captured and won by a landslide, but I think I still win.
Pass. Remove the dead stones. You have won.
That was a really fun game. I enjoyed that one a lot. Strong victory. Yes. Yes. We are strong. We've ranked up. Okay, I don't want to sound the horns of victory too strongly. Let's play another game. And let's open some puzzles while we wait. Problems, they're called. Black first to live. Black has an eye. Probably be in Black's interests then to capture these white stones, because any amount of capture would make another eye and therefore enable life, right? My buddy's coming over. Yay. I've got backup. Just kidding. So how do we kill these white stones properly is the question. And honestly, this puzzle is ranked far beyond what I understand, so any amount of work here is going to be guesswork. If I play there, you can go there, and even if you fill it in,
Game started. You have won.
odd.
Game started.
Very strong. That's called a net. A very good capturing technique. This stone was the netting stone. Yeah, why not rub it in? Probably not the right time to cut. Certainly not. What?
You
Brother.
have won.
All right, folks. One more game. Most boring stream on the platform. Thanks. Appreciate that. My mom's in the hospital, so that's why I'm on my phone. But appreciate your positivity.
Game started. Black wins.
Yeah, he killed my group there, and that's why I resigned. I'll catch you guys later. And I've been playing Minecraft like every couple of days, so I don't know what the complaints are all about.